So it's a pretty common Aspie thing to like being significantly more direct than most people. And what I've found is that it doesn't always go so well because a lot of the time other people really don't handle that very well. They much prefer things to be a little bit softer, a little bit sort of blurred around the edges. So to better understand that, I've put together a bit of a flowchart to try and figure out where things go wrong when I'm too direct. So essentially, it starts off here where I have something to tell someone, right? Your actions are hurting me. And part of being on the spectrum is that I'm a bit more sensitive to some things than most people. So this actually happens quite a bit where something that would not be an issue for someone else is an issue for me. What do I do? So let me just run you through the flowchart very quickly. First question is, do I tell you about it? Because if I don't tell you, you're not going to know. Do you care that your actions are hurting me? And do you actually want to change? Do you have the ability to change? If yes, great. You know what the problem is, you care enough to change it, you do change it, everyone wins. The difficult thing comes in when sometimes people literally don't have the ability to modify their behavior. So if I say, please always remember to leave the kitchen scissors in the same place, or please always remember to clean up your dishes when you've finished, or something like that. It's very common actually for people to just not have the ability to always remember to do something. And whenever they forget, it can impact me quite significantly. So when that happens, we've got a secondary problem because the person knows what's wrong, they care about fixing it, they've promised me that they will change, and then they don't. All of a sudden, we've got a broken promise, and that is when being excessively direct can lead to complete relationship breakdown, because what happens is I confront the person saying, hey, you said you'd do this thing and you didn't. And if I point that out, that can be really too confronting for a lot of people, and it will lead to excuses for why the promise wasn't kept. And if we go through this cycle again and you promise me again, I'm sorry I did, I'm sorry, I'll do it better next time, and you don't do it better next time, then we're here again. And now, not only am I still getting hurt by the actions, but now we've got two broken promises, which is really difficult for you to accept that you've broke a promise to me because you know exactly what I need and you care about it. And it's really hard to accept the fact that you can't do anything about it. And if we go around that loop a couple of times, then it just leads to broken promises and complete relationship breakdown. So I guess this situation happens to me a lot because I can be quite sensitive to some quite little things that would otherwise not bother anyone else. And when I ask people to modify their behavior, they promise me that they can, but actually they can't. And unfortunately, the closer the relationship is, the bigger a problem this can be, because you don't want to let someone down, especially not someone you care about. So the more someone cares about me, the more they will be upset at the fact that they have broken a promise to me and that they're continuing to accidentally hurt me. So now that I can see the trap that I often fall into, I actually do have a number of strategies on how to deal with the situation when you get to this point and the answer is clearly no, I do not have the ability to do what I promised. Then there are actually other ways to progress from there to, one, save the relationship, and two, actually help myself to not continue to get hurt by this person accidentally. If that sounds a little bit abstract, in my written blog, I've got a much more detailed example of an actual incident that happened a little while back with a housemate. So hopefully that will be more concrete for people that need a specific example. So yeah, flowcharts. I love them. I hope to do more of them. I hope you love them too. Bye.